Hey, how's it going? My name is Cory Miller, and on today's one-off episode, it's actually going to be different because I had this other topic that I was going to do, and it was going to be great, and it was going to be awesome. So I'm going to do that next week, but this week, everything got kind of thrown off because of backups. Okay, so this one is going to be really, really quick because this doesn't have really, it's just this kind of a story and kind of an unfolding and kind of just like how everything is going. So I have a bunch of these little drives. This is a Western Digital My Passport. This is actually an Ultra. I also have a Western Digital Elements and I don't know, like another Western Digital Passport. Like I've got two of these and then an Elements, and then I have a Seagate. So I have a bunch of these little drives. These are 2 terabytes and they're pretty handy. Like you just plug in a USB cable, plug it into your computer, and you've got storage on the go. You can just take it with you wherever, and it's really compact. And they've served me really, really well until today, actually until yesterday, where, back up a little bit further, I have all of the first year of my vlog footage on an external hard drive that looks a lot like this. It's a white one, doesn't really matter. I had the first year, it's about 1.5 terabytes worth of footage from this whole last year that I've just had kind of sitting there on the side. And then I have another one that has been kind of my editing hard drive. So I put all of the footage from the vlog in year 2, and I put it all on this hard drive, and then I edit in Final Cut Pro 10 from this external hard drive. And that's how I've just been doing it. It stays as kind of an archive and all of that. The other part of that is I don't trust hard drives, whether it's on my computer or any of the externals. So I also use a service called Backblaze. I feel like I have to talk about how all of my things are not sponsored, but I use a service called Backblaze, and there are a bunch of other different kinds of things you can have. You can have an NAS, you can have a RAID array set up where it's you're sending all of your information to backup there and all of that. You can use a service called CrashPlan. It's another good one. So anyways, I've got mine hooked up for Backblaze. And what that does is back up everything on my hard drive and any hard drive connected to my computer into the cloud, into their service. And so it's got unlimited storage. It's really fantastic. I've been using it for a long time. So a couple of weeks ago, my archive year 1 external hard drive said, sorry, there's been some errors. You can't change anything. You can read from this hard drive, but you can't do anything else. So I was like, well, that's not a good sign. I'm not trying to write anything to that hard drive, so maybe it's not a big deal. Then a couple of days ago, on my current hard drive that I use for all my vlog editing, I start getting similar kind of issues. So I'm like, well, that's not good. Long story short, this morning, as of this recording, this morning, both the year 1 and year 2 hard drives for the vlog were completely gone. They had failed. Some error had corrupted it. I don't know all of the details because I'm not an engineer or a deep tech dude. Deep tech. Basically, on these hard drives, they just stopped working and I had to completely reformat them. 1.5, no, it's like 1.8 terabytes worth of footage. Maybe that's not a lot, but to me, that's literally all of the raw footage over the last couple of years. So thankfully, I had a service like Backblaze set up on my computer so that when something happened, like an inevitable crash of these janky little pieces of garbage, I had something set up to cover when those things failed. So that's literally why I'm now making this video. It's in one sense to say avoid Western Digital My Passport drives because literally 2 of them. One of them has been great for a year. The other one I've had for a couple of months, and both of them all of a sudden just decided to fail. And if I hadn't had something else set up to back up, then I would have lost all of my footage. So I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say avoid Western Digital, My Passport, or Elements. Just avoid those. Get something else, spend a little bit more money. And I'm not very happy. Oh, what happened back here? Sometimes my computer does stuff. Look, it's backing up. And then I also have this open because I was researching Thunderbolt RAID drive bays. Anyways, so that's literally where I am today. I have to re-download 1.5 terabytes worth of footage for the first vlog drive, and then the other drive I had actually backed up a couple of days ago, which was really great, so I'm restoring that. For the time being, I'm gonna keep using these things, and then when I can financially, I'm gonna get an actual array that I can stick on my desk or below it. I can put drives in, and there's gonna be redundancy and fail safe and everything like that, so as much as possible. So that's what this video is about, is literally just my story of why I didn't do the original topic I was going to do, but also just as an encouragement. If you have anything digital, please, please, please do yourself a favor and back it up and make sure that those backups are backed up. I'm not even kidding. I have a time machine. I've got a hard drive that's backing up my computer to Time Machine using Mac OS. And that backup, that hard drive, is also backed up to the cloud. So the Time Machine backup is backed up. All this redundancy, because you never know what's gonna happen. You never know when you might lose something. You never know when you're gonna sit down at your computer and it just stops working. I have a friend named Scott who runs a YouTube channel, and he had all of his information, all of his YouTube channel, like daily videos for years, I think. And something happened and his hard drive crashed on his computer. He didn't have any backups. He didn't have any, service that was backing it up to the cloud, anything like that. And he lost so much data. And thankfully, after about a couple of weeks of work with with the Apple crew and with all these different people, some tech people, he was able to get it back. They were able to recover the drive and all of that. But imagine, just think about that moment where you're like, oh my gosh, I just lost all of this information, all of this data, all of these files that I thought were secure. I just want to say, nothing digital is secure. That's just the truth of it. You never can predict when something is going to fail. So please do yourself a favor, buy yourself an external hard drive, back up your computer, back up your phone, back up everything. Get a plan like Backblaze. I've got a link in the description. This isn't, obviously, again, this is not sponsored, but I have a link in the description. If you sign up and you get a month or whatever, I get a month, just disclaimer. But I'll put it in there because I think it's really important. It's $5 a month for unlimited backup. It's amazing. But seriously, $5 a month for complete peace of mind for your digital content is just, it's unreal. So that's so that's me. This is just my, I guess that's the whole point of this video, is just back up everything, and then if you can, back up your backups, because you never know when this crap is gonna fail. So I'm done buying Western Digital, that's for sure. Gonna get something a little bit more sturdy next time. So that's it. So thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one.